Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of Federico Talks Watches. Today we're going to talk about 6 of the best watches under $1,000 in 2022. Now I say we because this is a collaboration video with my business partner John P. I'm going to mention 3 of the best watches under $1,000, and I'll leave a link in the description to his video, which should be up right now, and he's going to mention another 3. That way you can get 2 different takes. Now, of course, before we get started, customary wristwatch check. Today, I'm wearing my H. Moser Pioneer with the Cosmic Green dial. Loving this piece. And also, guys, don't forget to check out delraywatch.com. We just got in a Breitling B09 Pistachio dial chronograph. One of the coolest recent releases. Absolutely love that dial. A classic Rolex Yachtmaster with the Platinum dial. The first version, and actually my favorite Yachtmaster, and a Grand Seiko Elegance with a blue texture dial, a manual wind movement, and what I think is the nicest Grand Seiko case shape they make in their current collection. All that and more at delraywatch.com. Link in the description below, as well as a link to John's video. Now, in no particular order, and also these prices I'm quoting are pre-owned, I'm going to start with the Ball Fireman. Ball, a company with a lot of U.S. history that is now Swiss-made. The Fireman is 100 meters water resistance and very classically proportioned. For under $1,000, you get a Swiss-made watch with a Sellita movement, a brand that is very much loved by collectors, and with their signature tritium gas tubes. Now, some versions come without the tubes, some do, and that is kind of their signature. A rough and tumble watch, very hard wearing, but this one is one of the more elegant versions they make. So if you are a suit and tie kind of guy, you can wear this to the office. I think it's a very high quality watch, especially for under $1,000. Now, number 2 is more of a category of watch, and I'm going to go with Vintage Omega. In a world where vintage Rolex has skyrocketed, you can still get some pretty quality vintage Omegas under $1,000, particularly the ones with the automatic movement in that copper color. I don't remember the caliber number, but it's these red colored movements that came in automatic. And actually my watchmaker Hansa's favorite automatic time-only movement. Now, for under $1,000, you can get some vintage Geneves, vintage DeVilles, vintage Seamasters, probably in a smaller case size around 34 millimeters, but for a lot of guys, that is the perfect size. More of an elegant watch, more of a dress watch in 2022, but a brand with a ton of heritage, something that is extremely elegant. There's very few watches that are more elegant than a vintage Omega on a nice strap, and fantastic bang for buck. Just be aware you might have servicing costs, and you should discern the piece you buy based on condition. Now, last but not least for me, something out of left field, but I actually really love it, a Stoa Fleeger. A brand with a ton of history, especially in making Fleegers, brand based in Germany. This is a pilot's watch in kind of that vintage style. Particularly love the ones with the manual wind at a 6497, which they've decorated very nicely, and a brand that is also loved by collectors. This gives you that vintage, sporty look with a very reliable movement based on a brand that is very known for making this kind of watch particularly. So a Stoa Fleeger under $1,000 pre-owned, not only is it very easy to find, but is also something that can find a spot in almost any watch collection. Guys, Ball, Vintage Omega, Stoa Fleegers, I think for under $1,000, especially in this climbing watch market, you can still find some great pieces to scratch that itch. Let me know what you think in the comment section below, and of course, check out John P's video, link in the description below as well. Guys, thank you so much. I'll catch you in the next one. Take care.